not the bathroom, that bedroom.
So what are we looking for in the roof void again?
Basic.
So we've captured our limitations,
yep,
which is insulation and ducting.
Yep.
Okay. So you're going to be looking for defects again. So I'm going to scroll with my torch as far as I can without moving too far first, just to try and do a basic assessment. What are we looking at to assess the truss roof again?
So if there's sagging in these.
In what?
I'll have to study it tonight and give you an exact.
So the
top chord,
chords,
and bottom chord.
Okay.
So top chord.
What else are we looking for?
We're looking for any cracking or any...
So we're looking for any distortion in the truss.
Yep.
We're looking for damage to trusses, including timber pest damage. Okay, we're looking for the bracing, cross bracing.
Cross brace.
In the roof,
yep.
Cross bracing.
Cross bracing through there.
And then we're looking at the girder trusses to make sure all the fixings and bolts are all secure. So really we did note initially in the internal inspection a little bit of water penetration over the right bedroom, didn't we?
Yep.
So that was near that valley. So you'd be
over this valley here.
So you'd want to be again cross-referencing and remembering what issues did we have before we started the inspection. Did we see any deflection in the external roof line? What areas were they? Do we have to go to look at? We got that dampness, so we really want to be navigating our way to that valley to determine whether there's any evidence of water dampness
from the valley
or water penetration coming from in or around the valley. And then also, obviously, we're looking for damage to the sarking. We're sure that's, you know, functioning as intended.
That valley is going to be front.
So where you are now, you're at the entrance.
Well, on the entrance here.
Mm. So, do you remember also we noted a little bit of settlement cracking to the right of the entry door? Do you remember seeing that?
Yes.
Well, you're there nearly now, and if I look over there, I can see a girder truss.
It's going to be the girder truss settling.
Okay, so what are we going to look for then to determine what's causing some maybe a little bit of cracking into the plaster wall?
So we're going to look for deflection. We're going to look at the...
We're going to be looking to see if there's any clearance from the bottom chord of the truss, girder and common trusses,
yes, here,
to the underside of the bottom plate, wall plate, to see whether that roof structure's putting any load on that wall.
It's going to be just here, or we're allowed to pull the...
Yeah, so I'd be a little bit invasive and move the insulation there.
Yep.
Now that might be a load bearing point designed in the truss. Do you know what I mean? To sit on that section of wall. And I'm tipping it would be, because that looks like it's cantilevering to me.
Oh, that one there, the corner. So that's coming from that post over there.
So we want to be looking at this point.
This point here.
Right here, because that's where that internal wall is.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got a common truss there, I think, and then a girder truss right in front of you. So you want to be exposing, moving that insulation
here, which I can see the top plate.
Yeah, so is there clearance to that, or is it sitting on it?
It's sitting on the it's sitting on the top plate.
Now, should it be?
Yes.
And why is that?
It's going to be sitting there because this is going to be the point where it cantilevers. That's where.
Yeah, so it's cantilevering. Okay, so there's quite a bit of load there, and that's why we've seen a little bit of settlement movement.
Yes.
Luckily, the cracks weren't significant.
Yep.
But there's been a little bit of settlement here, but all in all, the trusses look reasonably good, don't they?
Yep.
So they're the types of things we need to be cross-referencing.
Yes, as we come up here.
Yeah, so you need that. So when I'm doing the inspection, this is the first thing I'm going to, the problems that I found.
Downstairs.
Downstairs or topside with water penetration.
That one there.
So we've determined that this appears serviceable.
Yep.
Now we want to be navigating to that valley right at the back here.
Which is going to be over here.
Yeah, so it's going to be quite deep in the property.
Yep.
And looking. But as we're going to navigate there, we're going to be assessing the trusses also, aren't we?
Yep.
So the saddles, have they got blocks on them? Skid blocks.
Yep.
That's that one underneath there.
As far as I can.
So the next time we come up here, I want you with dongers because you need to be hitting the timber.
Yep.
We want to make sure that there's no damage from termites. And then we're talking every bit of timber. So you can see there's a bit of donging up here to do.
Yes.
We're just fleeting through at the moment.
Yes.
And again, the downlight covers, we want to be making sure that they're not out of place.
Yep.
If they are, well then we've got the fire risk, as there would be if they weren't even installed. So they're the components we're looking at. Cross-referencing, deflection, roof bracing, skid blocks, sarking, and fire hazards.